Thanks everyone for round two of press conferences today. Kicking things off again with Dana Vollmer, two-time Olympian, four-time gold medalist, and mom to 15-month-old Arlen. So Dana, maybe just kind of before we get started, tell us a little bit about how different your preparation has been this time around as opposed to 4 years ago.
Compared to 4 years ago, it's extremely different. It's just having morning practices and then running around with my toddler all day. And he definitely keeps me busy and makes sometimes simple things harder, but also makes hard things simpler with his smiles. And so it's different preparation, but I actually feel better now. I feel more confident in what I've been doing in my racing, and I'm really excited to race this coming week and see how fast I can go.
All right, let's open up to questions. Just raise your hand, we'll get you a mic. Start with Wayne and then Phil.
With Arlen and how you're going to manage him here, how you're going to sleep, logistically how it will work here.
Yeah, my husband is going to be super dad and be in charge of Arlen all week. And I'm rooming with Liz Pelton, and I thought it was really important for me to just be just with the team and with my teammates and really try to get into the meet. And then my husband has a room in the same hotel. It's going to be my husband, my father-in-law, my brother, and Arlen in a room. So they're going to have a little boys powwow. And I told them just to try to make Omaha the experience that he wants it to have, and go to eat with my parents. And I have an amazing support group here, and so I'll get to see Arlen kind of when I write Andy and say, hey, I'm ready, I have time right now, I have the energy, and I definitely want to see him a little bit every day. And but we didn't want connecting rooms. The whole point was to not have me hear him cry if he's up at night, and just really try to focus on getting good sleep while I'm here.
Was it hard for you to sort of let go in that way, or will that be hard for you?
It is. It's one of those things, though, that I feel like, with this being my fifth trials, that it's easy for me to kind of get into the groove of a meet. And the first meet that I went to where I didn't bring him was heartbreaking, and that was really hard. But here, knowing that he's here, I came out a day earlier. They're flying in this afternoon, and it was hard to even leave. But then, knowing he was going to be here and I can see him, and then my husband gets to do the dinner and bedtime and putting him to sleep routine this time.
Dana, Philip Hirsch. Can you talk about the Omaha experience? This will be your third one, and what it was like the first time to walk into this gigantic arena and all of the pyrotechnics that have gone on, and is there now even a comfort level that you have of knowing that where everything is here? Should this almost be a permanent home for the swimming trials?
I mean, this is the most incredible swim meet that we get to go to, and Omaha does an amazing job of, I think, having great entertainment for the fans outside, and the lights, and you don't, I feel like you go to a lot of swim meets where it just seems like heat after heat of swimming, and they just do it up really well, and I think it gets people excited to watch swim meets, and to come to a meet that's as intense as Olympic trials, and I think also to make it exciting for us. I remember in 2008, or maybe it was 12, but the fireworks that go off, and the rainwater and the lights, and I've been to a lot of swim meets in my life, and to get to come to one that's just cool to be at, I think Omaha does an amazing job of making the athletes really excited to be here. Just logistically, having the hotel that connects to the pool is amazing for teams. You don't have to schedule the time when the bus or the cars leave. You can walk over when you need, or even this morning, there were people that forgot suits, and it's easy to just run back and grab it. And so it definitely calms you down in that sense that we can be really strict with our own schedules, and when I'm done racing, I can get my warm down done. I can get the food that I need, and then I can go to sleep while my teammate might have a longer routine.
Pat and then Beth.
Dana, Pat 40 from Yahoo Sports. I'm wondering, 15 months ago, did you have any idea you would be here swimming, and swimming well?
No. I mean, it was one of the goals. I feel like I've always had to set really lofty goals ever since I was little. And knowing that I wanted to get back in shape, that was kind of the first goal. Was I wanted to kind of have control over my body again after being pregnant. And it's what I love about the sport is finding the little things, playing around with technique, playing around with the physics in the water, and learning more about how we can go fast and how the body works. And I missed that in those 2 years off. There's not that level of fine tuning kind of in the rest of my life in those 2 years off. And to come back, it was humbling. I could hardly make it through warm up. And to kind of have each practice was getting better. Each practice I was learning different things. I felt like my coach, Terry McKeever, and I did an awesome job of kind of taking that raw spot that I was at. I hadn't been in the water in 2 years. Let's really look at changing techniques in a way that can make me faster, improving my relationship with the water. And so it's been an amazing 15 months of kind of figuring out how I can be faster. And so did I think that I would be here swimming faster than I ever have in season? No. I'm stoked that I am, and I'm really excited that I am, and I feel happier in my own life and in my schedule and the routine that I have, and that makes me really excited going forward.
Dana, for so many athletes, this is the be-all and end-all right here this week, but I'm wondering if you have the perspective of some other people we've seen over the years where you have a child in your life and your husband that regardless of what happens here, you have something else to go to, and that maybe you find is even more fulfilling than swimming. I'm wondering if you can kind of talk about the difference in your mindset, knowing what you have now as opposed to you didn't have those folks in your previous trials.
Yeah, I mean, definitely in 2008, I did feel like this was it. This was the end all. You make this team. This kind of defines who you are as a person. It's why you swam, and it's hard to swim like that for very long. And that's why I think it was a blessing that I didn't make that team. And I worked really hard with my coaches and teammates and gained perspective going into 2012, just that my life wasn't over after this. And then I just feel like it's a whole nother level that's been taken away now that I have Arlen. And he's so excited when I come and I get to hold him after a race, and it's not because I swam well or didn't swim well, it's just to see me. And Andy, my husband's looking forward to many, many, many years. And Arlen might not know Mommy, the swimmer. He'll just know Mom. And so it definitely helps me know that, it makes me smile when you say, this is the end all for some people. And it just, I'm glad that I have that life perspective now, because I feel like it's very freeing to stand behind the blocks and not have that feel of failure, to stand up and be able to try as hard as I can. And I just feel like it opens so many doors to how fast that I could go without having that fear.
If you do make the team, will they go to Rio with you?
My husband's going to, but my son will get some needed grandma-grandpa time.
Good Paul.
Hi, Dana. Paul Newberry from Associated Press. I'm just curious, motherhood. What are some of the, I don't know if there have been any surprises for you? Totally not swimming, but, as a new mom, what have you really particularly enjoyed about it, and what has maybe been a challenge or something you didn't expect? And I'll have a follow-up after that.
I've just absolutely loved all the little things. I feel like that's part of the perspective is he got so excited when he first threw a ball, and got so excited when he put on my shoes. I have a video of him walking around the house in my shoes, and just seeing him feel so grown up. And you can't beat hugs, and now he gives kisses and actually goes mwah when he does it, and it just makes you so happy. And it was definitely more challenging than I think I had thought that it would be, just in a lot of different areas, in sleep, and my husband's at work, and so kind of going through that routine, I always thought it would be the two of us, and a lot of times it's me, and to kind of find that inner strength when I didn't think I had it. And I feel like it's made me learn to be nicer to myself, just forgive myself, that it's okay that I'm struggling. That doesn't make me a bad mom. Or it's okay that, that I'm sitting there rocking him and just really hoping that he falls asleep. And little moments where I just realized that, I can't tell him, hey, I need a break. That you have to find that strength. You have to find it somewhere. And so I think the hard times have made me stronger than I think I've ever been in the past. I don't think that there's much people could throw at me now that would, take me off my game.
You think that's why you're swimming faster? Do you
Yeah,
think it's kind
I
of a
think
way you've taken that to
the combination of perspective, the combination of that emotional strength, of the just being able to feel like anything can be thrown at me and I can handle it. I know that while I don't like getting only 4 hours of sleep, I can do it and I can race. And so when I lay there and I don't have a good night's sleep, like I'm still laying in bed resting, that's not going to freak me out. I know that I can still get up and swim. And I think it's helped me kind of in that balance of coming back, realizing how important recovery is as well. And I think that was a blessing with having Arlen. It wasn't just coming back and trying to do as many practices as I could and about getting in shape as fast as I could. I was a nursing mom. I was a new mom. I knew I had to eat enough calories to still be able to nurse my son. It wasn't that I needed to lose the baby weight to swim faster. It was a very much health approach to the comeback. And Terry being really good about, I'd text and be like, I'm sorry, I've only slept like 2 hours. Like, I can't do it today. And that wasn't a bad thing. That was what I needed right then. And to value sleep, to value the nutrition, value that hydration part that I think I'd always kind of focused more on how much more of the training side, and to feel like now I have a much better balance in my life.
Does Arlen know what mommy does, though? Does he know when does he cheer for you and know what swimming is?
I don't know. He definitely knows what swimming is. He's come to practices. He comes to meets. I've gotten him, and he like throws his arms up and kind of cheers. And so we're working on the cheering part.
Karen.
Dana, you talked about improving your relationship with swimming, and you would think that someone who won a gold medal in 2012, your relationship with swimming would need no improving. What did you exactly mean? Even stroke-wise, it would seem like there was nothing needed improving there.
It's part of what's been really exciting for me in working with Terry McKeever and Milton Elms is that I feel like I've only scratched the surface of the knowledge that they have about swimming. And to swim that Olympic race and to break a world record and to have both of them ready with ways that I can get faster. And that's, I feel like it's one of those things that as an athlete where if I really felt like I had gone the fastest that I ever could, then why would I keep doing it? It's that challenge of always wanting to find ways to get faster. And I feel like in my own growth, in just the perspective of life and learning more ways of taking pressure off myself and really thoroughly enjoying what I do every day, combined with learning new technique and being invested in the program and what the other girls are learning. And it's just been an amazing environment, and that all kind of gets summed up in that relationship with swimming.
David, and then time for one more.
Dana, a couple questions about some of the competition in the 100 fly. First off, what was your impression of watching Sarah Sjostrom break your world record?
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to see your world record fall, but knowing her as a young lady, and I mean, she's an amazing athlete and an amazing friend, and I felt like people built her up to have this amazing London Games, and then to see her struggling and to not have the London that she wanted to have. I was really proud of her for coming back, and she's swimming great. Does that mean I want to beat her any less? Well, no. So, I mean, it's one of those things where I think my personality, like I like chasing. I like almost more that she's now broken it and it's not me defending it, it's me fighting to get that back. And that's a big driver for me.
And then also seeing what Kelsey Worrell's done, especially in the short course, taking that mark down to ridiculous level.
Yeah, I mean, that was always my goal, was to break 50 seconds. And it was one of those things with her and with Sarah was just, it's hard, but I also got to look and see my 15-month-old son and kind of know why I stepped away from the sport. I am excited to see how fast I can go at trials.
Dana, you talked about the fear of failure that some have when they come here, right? And how you've kind of grown past that. Can you give an idea of what that looks like? I mean, when you're in the warm-down pool, and can you see someone who's going through that at a meet like this? And if so, do you say something to them? Do you keep away? What that sort of looks like when someone's in that sort of headspace?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it shows up differently in every person. For me, I'm usually very chatty with my teammates, and I remember in 2008 just being kind of secluded, and I was kind of self-absorbed, like you're just sitting there thinking about all the things that you need to do or what could go wrong, or I remember just feeling like I could let a lot of people down, that instead of viewing my parents as support or news articles as support, I viewed them as pressure, and that people expected me to do all of these things, and what if I didn't live up to that? And working on that and viewing it as support and excitement, and I mean, that takes work. It's not just something you can flip a switch. But I've really enjoyed that. We even had a team meeting before coming here, and it's things to say to you and things not to say to you, and that each athlete gets to express those. And I think that my coach Terry did an amazing job with that in 2012. I felt like I knew the girls better than I ever had on a national team. I feel like a lot of times the national team comes together, we train at all over the country, and then we come together and you're kind of told, like, individually you got where you needed to go, like just keep doing that. And to have it be more of a team, and to know what my teammates like to be told when they're nervous, what makes them more nervous if you say it. I might be trying to help you and completely freak you out. And so to have my teammates here this time, and to get to hear all of that and share all of that, and kind of come in as a group, and that we're here to do this together and support each other.
All right. Thank you, Dana. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll have Connor up in a couple seconds.